My dear friends, today's update will truly touch your heart, and maybe even take a little weight off your shoulders. Because what I'm about to share is not just another routine Centrelink announcement or a small adjustment that barely makes a difference. No, this one is different. This is about a real, meaningful boost, a rise that will finally help seniors across Australia breathe a little easier starting November 2025. For too long, so many of our seniors have been stretching every dollar, counting coins to make ends meet, and worrying whether their pension will last through the month. But this time, something remarkable is happening, and it's official. There's an unbelievable pension rise coming, and it's one that could make life noticeably better for millions of Australian retirees and pensioners. Before we dive into all the details, let me ask one small favour. If you care about updates like this, if you believe every Australian senior deserves dignity, comfort, and peace of mind, then please subscribe to this channel right now and tap that notification bell. Because here, we bring you every important Centrelink, pension, and cost of living update first, always in simple, caring language that makes sense for you and your loved ones. When we talk about a pension rise, it's easy to focus on numbers, a few dollars here, a few dollars there. But this one goes deeper than that. This increase is being described by officials and experts alike as one of the most significant adjustments in recent years, a rise that reflects not just inflation, but the very real challenges that Australian seniors have faced over the past few years. Think about it. Prices have gone up everywhere: groceries, rent, fuel, electricity, medical visits, and yet, for many pensioners, income has stayed painfully flat. Some have had to skip social outings, delay doctor visits, or even choose between heating and eating. That's not just unfair, it's heartbreaking. And that's exactly what this new rise aims to fix, at least in part. Starting in November 2025, Centrelink and the Department of Social Services will roll out the largest pension adjustment since before the pandemic era. The age pension, disability support pension, and carer payment will all see noticeable increases. And for the first time in years, the rise isn't just catching up to inflation. It's going a little beyond it. Now, let's talk about what everyone's been asking. How much is the increase? According to early official figures and confirmed adjustment tables, the age pension rate will rise by an estimated $52.80 per fortnight for singles, and around $79.60 per fortnight for couples combined. That means a single pensioner could soon receive around $1,084 per fortnight, while couples could see a combined total close to $1,633 every 2 weeks. These are rough estimates, but they line up closely with the official modelling tied to cost of living and wage growth projections. This is not a small bump. It represents a 4.9% increase, the highest in over a decade. To put that in perspective, the typical pension adjustment has hovered between 1% and 2.5% in recent years. So, this jump, nearly double that, is being described as a real lift for retirees. And the best part? This isn't a one-off payment or temporary bonus. This is a permanent increase to the base pension rates, meaning it will keep flowing into your account fortnight after fortnight, and it will also raise the foundation for future indexation. That's a win not just for now, but for years ahead. You might be wondering, why November? Good question. The November 2025 timeline is deliberate. It's the next major review point when the government completes its biannual pension indexation review. These reviews happen twice a year, in March and September, but implementation dates often vary depending on parliamentary approval and administrative timelines. However, this time, officials confirmed that due to inflationary lag and new data from the Wage Price Index and Consumer Price Index, the revised rates will officially take effect from the first full fortnight of November 2025. So if your next Centrelink payment falls after that period, you can expect the higher amount automatically. No forms, no applications, no waiting in line. And here's something even more encouraging. The rise will also apply to disability support pensioners, carers, and eligible veterans receiving equivalent index benefits. It's a broad increase designed to ease pressure across multiple support categories. Now, numbers alone don't tell the full story. Let's make it real. An extra $52 or $79 a fortnight might not sound like much to some, but for many pensioners, that could mean keeping the heater on a little longer in winter, being able to buy fresh fruits and vegetables instead of cheaper substitutes, filling up the car without anxiety, visiting the grandkids without worrying about fuel costs, or finally scheduling that overdue medical checkup. It's these small things, the daily comforts and dignities, that this increase is meant to restore. And when you add up these small improvements, they create something priceless, peace of mind. Now, let's unpack why this rise is happening, because it's not just generosity. It's the result of sustained pressure and economic reality. Over the past 2 years, living costs for older Australians have risen faster than the general population, especially essentials like utilities, rent, and groceries. The ABS Living Cost Index for aged pensioner households showed an increase of more than 6% last year alone, far outpacing the general inflation rate. That data forced policymakers to act. The federal government's Economic Committee, together with Treasury and Centrelink, reviewed the pension adjustment formula, which links payments to both the Consumer Price Index and Male Total Average Weekly Earnings, (NTOR). When both indicators surge simultaneously, pension rates rise accordingly. That's exactly what's happening now. So, this unbelievable rise isn't a random handout. It's the system finally doing what it was meant to do, protecting retirees when the cost of living bites hardest. And for those on par pensions or income-tested payments, your rate will also rise proportionally, according to your specific income and asset levels. Even if your full rate is reduced slightly by means testing, your new calculated rate will still reflect the higher base pension. Payments will begin to reflect the increase starting from the first full Centrelink fortnight in November 2025. That means if your payment dates fall in early or mid-November, you'll notice the change immediately on your next statement. Most recipients will see the new rate between November 7th and November 21st, depending on your personal payment cycle. And remember, Centrelink will also update your MyGov portal and payment summary automatically. You'll be able to log in and view the new rate under Payment and Services Current Rate. No forms, no waiting for letters. It'll just appear, quietly but powerfully, a little higher than before. Another reason this announcement is such a big deal is because the base pension rise will flow through to other connected payments. For example, Commonwealth Rent Assistance, Pension Supplement, and Energy Supplement will all be recalculated based on the higher base rates. That means seniors who rent, or those who receive additional supplements, will see extra cents and dollars flow in automatically. For renters, this could mean up to $10 to $15 more per fortnight, depending on their individual circumstances and living arrangements. It's not a fortune, but every dollar counts, especially when it goes toward essentials. When seniors have more spending power, local communities benefit too. Pensioners spend their money locally, at neighborhood shops, pharmacies, cafes, and small family-owned stores. So this isn't just good news for retirees. It's good news for local economies all across Australia. Economists often call this the pension multiplier effect, because when pension payments rise, spending in small towns and suburban centres rises too. That creates local jobs and supports regional resilience. The age pension is indexed twice yearly, in March and September, to ensure it keeps pace with both inflation, CPI, and wages, (NTOR). The higher of the two is used to protect purchasing power. However, due to lag effects, real increases often take an extra cycle to materialize. This is why the November 2025 adjustment feels unusually large. It's effectively catching up on both the inflationary spike and wage growth from 2024 to 2025. Officials have already hinted that the combined CPI and wage data from early 2025 triggered this stronger than usual recalculation. So, the rise is not just fair, it's overdue. Beyond the numbers, this rise also signals something larger: a renewed focus on older Australians. In recent years, debates about cost of living relief, housing affordability, and healthcare have dominated the headlines. But often, seniors felt left behind in those conversations. The November 2025 pension boost is being described as part of a broader plan to ensure that no senior Australian is left below the poverty line. The goal is simple: to make sure every older citizen can live with dignity, independence, and enough financial stability to enjoy their retirement years without constant anxiety. Centrelink has also announced improvements to its communication systems to make sure seniors clearly understand what's changing. From late October 2025, a new payment summary update notice will be visible in the MyGov inbox, explaining the new rate, payment start date, and any supplementary benefit recalculations. They've also simplified the phone service and support line, so pensioners who prefer speaking to someone can get assistance without long hold times. That means no confusion, no guesswork, just clarity. Now that the pension is increasing, it's also a great time to think about how to use that extra amount wisely. Even though the increase isn't enormous, how you manage it can make a real difference over time. If you're turning pension age soon or haven't yet applied, the good news is that if your claim is approved after November 2025, you'll automatically start on a new higher rate. There's no disadvantage to applying close to the adjustment date. Make sure your MyGov details are up to date and submit your claim early. Centrelink usually needs about 6 weeks for processing, but sometimes longer during peak periods, so plan ahead to ensure you receive your full entitlement on time. Pension and tax implications. Another positive note, this rise won't push most pensioners into higher tax brackets. The tax-free threshold and seniors' tax offsets will continue to protect lower-income retirees. So even though your fortnightly amount is rising, your overall tax position should remain stable. For many, the net benefit will be pure gain. Financial advisors are already encouraging retirees to review their energy rebates, state concessions, and local council discounts, since some are linked to income thresholds. Adjustments may take a few months to catch up, but no action is needed unless you receive specific notices. While this increase begins in November 2025, experts say it could also set the stage for another review in March 2026, particularly if living costs remain high. That means the boost you're seeing now could be part of a longer trend of stronger pension adjustments. So even though we can celebrate this moment, the story isn't over yet. The fight for fair pensions continues, and staying informed is the best way to protect your rights and entitlements. Let's take a moment to appreciate what this really means. Behind every pension payment is a lifetime of work, decades spent building families, communities, and this country. The pension isn't charity. It's an earned right, a promise Australia made to its seniors. And when that promise is strengthened, even a little, it restores faith in fairness. To every senior watching this, you've earned this. Every extra dollar coming your way in November 2025 is recognition of your hard work, your patience, and your resilience. You deserve comfort. You deserve respect. And you deserve a government that remembers that. So, as we wrap up this important update, let's summarize in one simple truth. From November 2025, Australian seniors will receive one of the most significant pension rises in more than a decade, with increases of around $52.80 per fortnight for singles and $79.60 for couples, applied automatically through Centrelink. This boost will ease pressure, strengthen security, and bring a little light back into the lives of millions of older Australians. If this news brings you a sense of relief or even a smile, then please hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell right now, because there's more to come. We'll continue to track every Centrelink update, every payment schedule, and every new benefit that matters to seniors and retirees just like you. And before you go, I want to say this: take a deep breath and let yourself feel proud. You've come through tough times, you've stayed strong, and now, finally, there's some good news coming your way. This November, when you check your bank balance and see that little extra, remember, it's more than money. It's recognition. It's care. It's respect. Thank you for watching, my dear friends. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. And as always, stay informed, stay strong, and stay hopeful. I'll see you in the next video, with even more updates that matter to you.